Okay, let me try to share my screen back. So, if you look at the cell we enter, the formula we enter, you see that it's instead of autofilling the formula here, it's not doing what we want it to do. It's not doing what we want it to do. And what we want is that we replicate this formula from this cell, replicate it, and move it to this sorry, let me delete the formula again. So the formula is also equal to if let's see. So now what I want to show is this. So if you look at the screen now, now the formula, the condition stated here is that if John spent up to 2,000 naira, then John is eligible to receive 15% discount. And once the formula was inserted here, then it shows that John is eligible to receive 415% discount from his next purchase. That is eligible to receive a coupon of $450. Now, if you look at Paul here spent $1,500, and the condition stated here is that before you can be eligible to receive this discount, which is 15%, you need to spend up to $2,000 and above. And if you spend anything less, then you won't be eligible for discount. So now that's why it is showing false here. Now, if I want it to show something else, then I need to give another instructions here. So the instructions I will give is that should bring out no. Let's see what. So now, so the reason why it's showing no here instead of false is that it's telling us that Paul does not qualify for discount. Paul does not qualify for discounts. So that is the condition stated here. So hope you understood what we are trying to say about if conditions.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is how to get the number of applicants or number of customers that are eligible to receive in discounts in an organization by using the if condition. So let me stop sharing this. So if let's now the next condition is an. So and condition satisfy that it satisfied that it is used to check multiple conditions. So unlike if conditions is mainly used to check a single condition. Now the and condition is to check if statement is true. If true, then all conditions are true. Then if false, then all conditions are false. Okay, if any one condition is false, then that makes it false. Now, so this is the syntax. So if you are writing syntax of and condition, like the false and like the if conditions, it must carry equal sign and then condition 1, condition 2. Then we now state the condition 1 to 3. So depending on the number of conditions you were asked to give. So in the example, we are going to state that in cell A1, if cell A1 is greater than 50 and cell B1 is less than 100. So that will be the condition we need to state. Then it must return true only if cell A1 is greater than 50 and B1 is less than 100. So, and when can we use this? You can use this when you need to check two or more rules at the same time. And often use inside an if function to make compound decisions. So so this is the example data. We have 60, 40, then 55. In A1, we have 80, 70, and 110 in B column. So the condition now, if A1, which is A in column A in cell row 1 is 50, less than 50, and B1 is less than 100, then the function is true. That is, 60 is it's greater than 50, and it is also less than 100. So that is why it's bringing out true. And if 45 is greater than 50 and less than 100, then the condition will be false. The reason is that 45 is less than 50. So that is why it's bringing out false and false. All right, so let's check. Now, this is a condition that apply if with and. So if with and, so this is the formula to use. So let me copy this so we will make use of it later on. All right, so let's check. Let me have a new sheet. So let's check the condition. So condition one, let's say B, okay, A1. So our A1 is, let's say 50, 70, 30, and 80, 7, and then 5. So this is the formula we needed. So now the condition we want to state is the if. Okay, let me create conditions here as we did for conditions. Let's say 100, then 50. So these are the conditions stated. So these are the conditions stated in the cell. So let us quickly work one or two things out. So let's say that the first thing is equal sign, and please always make sure that your functions are always in capital letter because Excel is case sensitive. It is just like Python and programming, so they are always case sensitive. So equal sign, and so the first condition we need is to satisfy if A1, if, okay, let's use this, if A1 is greater than F3, then comma, then another condition, if B1 is less than G3. So as you can see, it brings out a false statement. It brings out a false statement. So I'll ask you a question now based on the slide that I show you earlier. So why does this bring out false statement? Hello.
Hello, what do you say?
I said based on the slide I showed you earlier, why does this condition bring out a false return false? Why does it return false instead of true?
I didn't get your question.
Okay, I just entered a formula now
Mm.
for our AND function. So I explained earlier, I shared a slide to you and I explained earlier that a condition will bring out false if one or two out of your multiple conditions are not true. So it will bring out false. And a condition will return true if all your criteria are true. So now I just entered a condition now, which I stated that and A1 is greater than F3. Then I enter another condition that B1 is less than G3, and the answer return false. So the question
Yes.
is, why does it return false?
50 is less than 100.
Okay. 50
And
is
it
less
is
than what?
it's less than 100. So it will be false.
All right, thank you.
It will be, yeah.
All right, thank you. So I just want to be sure if you follow along. So let me clear this now. So let us see the next condition to satisfy that it is true. We will enter our formula again and open bracket, this is less than this. Please always make sure you make use of your comma. Then another condition to satisfy B1, let's say greater than B2, then close the bracket. So it brings out what? True. So why does it bring out true? Why does it return true? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, I said, why does it return true?
B1 is greater than A1, right?
Okay, the simple answer is that because all the conditions stated are true.
True.
Yeah, all the conditions stated are true because A1 is less than
Less than B1.
100
100.
and B1 is greater than 50. So those conditions are true. So whenever all the conditions are true, even if you have about 3 to 20 conditions, if all the conditions are true, then it will return a true value. And if one out of all your conditions is false, then it will return a false value. So that means before a condition can return true, all your conditions, all the criteria must be met on before it can return true. So that is